Hi, welcome to Beyond Beans and Weenies. I'm Janet Rowland, and today we're going to talk about once a week cooking. When I was a stay-at-home mom many years ago, I read a book called Once a Month Cooking. I don't even think it's in publication right now, but the concepts of it were really good. It was a little ambitious because it did require pretty much taking an entire Saturday to do this, although it did save you time throughout the rest of the month. But I think once a week cooking is probably more realistic for most of us these days. The concept is basically that anything you're going to have to do multiple times throughout the week in your recipes, go ahead and do once. So we've already got 12 weeks worth of weekly menu plans for you. So if you look at the particular week you're working on and you see that several times that week, maybe 3 times that week or twice, you're going to have to put cooked chicken in a recipe, go ahead and cook your chicken in advance. Boil it all up, put it in little Ziploc bags, and pop it in the freezer or the fridge. Works really handy that way. Onions is something that I don't like to do at all, and aside from just the crying factor, it seems to smell up my whole house, and I'll even wake up the next morning and I can still smell the onions. So I usually do this for a whole month, and I'll get 4 or 5 onions and go ahead and chop them up and then put about 1 serving size in a Ziploc bag, or you can put the whole thing in a container with the lid on it and stick it in the freezer, and then just use what you need when you need it. Bell peppers is another one. If you see that several of your recipes that week are going to call for bell peppers, instead of chopping one, chop all that you need. And again, you can just put them in little Ziploc bags and stick them in the fridge. This is one that I always try and do when they're on sale, and I'll just chop a bunch of them up. I put 1 bell pepper in a Ziploc bag, stick it in the freezer, and they'll last even up to a year. So with a lot of the busy work that you don't have to do, then it's just a matter of coming home and assembling everything that's already been kind of the prep cook done to it. Really a handy way. You can do it one of 2 ways. You can either over the weekend, Saturday or Sunday, find maybe 20-30 minutes, it won't take long, and go ahead and do that for the week. You know, boil the chicken, cut your onions, whatever you have to do. You can even cook your hamburger meat ahead of time and those kinds of things. If you don't want to take time on the weekend, simply do it the first day of the week. So on Monday, when you're going ahead and cooking, set aside a few 10-15 extra minutes, and if you're chopping onions anyway for the recipe for Monday, go ahead and chop a few more for the rest of the week, whichever's easier for you, either over the weekend or on your first night of the week as you're cooking. I think you'll be really surprised at how much more quickly your meals will come together, and it's a really great concept. I hope you enjoy trying once a week cooking.